This biography is from in the Payul lineage, our history. There are two books. The one is by the Lama Khatseng, which is already translated in English. I guess most of you have read it, or they are on your altar or whatever. And then this one is written by Tugutuzang Rinpoche, which I guess is not translated in English. So in this history of Payul, so first he gives the biography, the life and liberation of all the 12 throne holders. And after that, then he gives the biography of all the teachers that are associated with those throne holders and how they help to propagate Buddha Dharma, and especially the Payul lineage. So just to feel more authenticity of it, I'm going to read the Tibetan and then read it in English. Okay? So listen to me carefully. So it says Jetun Ma Ahkon Lhamo. So he has a different name, Ahkon Lhamo. So Jetun Ma Jetun Dunmi number 2 ba do mi shazo su jomba Jetun Ma Ahkon Lhamo ni dokam bogor kangi charato ba Payul achok dole sheba sai ke chu changwi yuldu yap ri gi ngon bar thowa mugot mutsa gai ri ji dorjeda yumi yeshige kandro ma guru so ni semol be rabjun chukji be hilme zamla chilo durab chukdin bi me zamdo motarwe de tomadang che de rezin chembo kunzang sherab di jamsing chungwar kutung. So it's Ahkon Lhamo, who is the emanation of noble Tara, the mother of all the Buddhas, took the form of a human being in Payul Achok Dode, a province in Dokam Buburkang, where all the 10 virtuous signs of an auspicious land are present. Her father, Dorji, was from the noble family of Muktaka, and her mother, Guru Tso, was the wisdom Dakini. She was born just after the second half of 11th Rabjung cycle, which is around the end of 17th century. So long time there was no really birth date. Sorry for that. At her birth, there were many amazing signs. So she was the younger sister of Riksin Kunzang Sherab. Kunna Chungdu ne yigi diloso labatang tekme bar kembar chung. Riksin Kunzang Sherab dang nyamdu ngashuk namsu terdun chembo mijur dorje dang joro lui jesin gi degar kedu kama chame namni gi te keshin dubanye bi kebu damba shabdul jiur langne doju jude rabjam la thasam gi dodo leborche. Then her education. At her very early age, she was able to master reading and writing without any difficulties. Then later on many occasions, she accompanied Kunzang Sherab to receive teachings from Tetun Mijur Dorje Kamachame, who was the emanation of Choro Lui Gyaltsen and many other great accomplished scholars and Mahasiddhas of the time. Under their guidance, she mastered the sutras and trantas. With her wisdom of hearing and wisdom of contemplation, she cleared all the misunderstandings. Ne medu namsu jene tuba nyamnya la techi tu shoror tene hakpe tha rajangi shell section dungden tomato dirnangi tuba kada total gi ingso rangsar daune chugo kundu sambe jalta la ngawang jorshi. Then her practices and retreat. Then she wandered aimlessly in many sacred places and practiced with single-pointed perseverance. She had the vision of unfathomable deities and received many revelations from them. She purified the delusion of ordinary perception into the primordial pure state, free of all elaborations, and was able to master the kingdom of Dhammakaya Samhitabhadra, which means that she became equal to the primordial Buddha. Payul namje jamchuk cholingi sharthegi risul du shude tunmi korlo mangdu tuval namla chuki korlo barme du koror zeching ringi kende chabe jogun dong shebi tendan naza marwe nabi ani jome kangwe dongmar teng she ming deda dengi toba jung, then benefiting sentient beings. So she resided on the hill to the east of Payul Namje Jamchuk Choling, the mother monastery, where she was constantly turning the wheel of Dharma to her disciples of nuns. Gradually became a nunnery and was called Jogun Dong because the place was filled with nuns in their maroon robes. The nunnery was also called the Upper Red Village. Another interpretation is called like an ant hill. The place is still called by these names. Dorna Chetunba Dini ki Shedu ki Kolot Ni Dengi Kone Koro Dolja Duma Changde Kedut Ni Dengi Kowang La Ngawang Jovi Kordu Maminbar Minbar Zechi Jingdi Dolja Dedam Sine Tar Chuni Chiwi Insu Shegne Kudung Shubulka Ute Namkane Namka Yarne Ngar Rizin Chembu Chesumbi Cheti Tendu Tengi Pangar Pape Te Chinche Dambi Ketchen Dagi Kudung Shubuldu Jayul Dam Durling the Jurus Ute de Tuchen Duchen Jimbeka Toyap Zeching Tadayang Shushin Kongit Namtul Bakcha Sepi Legend Mashi Tata Ari Kelkatu Shu Yobar Tesos. So the conclusion of it. So it's in brief, Jetsunma cared and benefited countless beings to be tamed through the turning the wheel of Dharma and practices. Many of her students became great scholars and accomplished practitioners, bringing their mind to full maturation. By seeing that her benevolent activities have come to an end, finally she entered the peaceful state of Dharmadhatu. When her holy body was cremated, her skull flew up in the sky and fell on the throne on which Rizin Kunzang Sherpa gave the teachings. This site later on became the cremation ground of holy lamas of Payul. The skull was used to invoke the blessings of the deities during the Drupchen and is still with us. So he says still with us, I guess still with KBC. So then he says, I heard that her emanation, a lady with fortunate karma who has awakened in the experience of past, is born in America. So there we are, you can see her, right? I was invited here, so I was forced to remember something, where did I remember here and there, and finally I remembered that, Tugutuzan Rinpoche has, so when he was talking with him, he told me that, he has a short information of Jetsunma Ahkon Lhamo in his history. So just, I think just day before yesterday, I just remembered, and I was trying to find this text here and there. And finally, I had a friend in Tibet who was able to send me a photograph of these 2 pages. And then, so finally it happens.